Hey guys, Jarek here, going to be doing some more Call of Duty Black Ops 1. This time we're going to be doing some team deathmatch on the map Drive-In, and I'm going to be using the Galil. So the Galil is definitely one of the more overlooked weapons in Black Ops 1. You do see it every once in a while, but you definitely don't see it as much as you see the AUGs and the FAMASs around. So here's my loadout. I'm using the Galil with extended mags, my secondary is a Python with the speed reloader, my perks are Hardline, Sleight of Hand Pro, and Ninja. So the Galil, like I said, it's used every now and then. Accidentally pressed the guide button, meant to press select. It's used every now and then, you do see it around. But it's definitely not the most common assault rifle. The most common assault rifles are definitely the FAMAS and the AUG, because those are the easiest to use. But the Galil is not really a gun you want to overlook. It's definitely a very, very good assault rifle. And it sort of does remind me of the AUG and the FAMAS in a way, but it's a little bit different. See, the AUG and the FAMAS, their most effective range, where they're going to really stand out, is about close to medium range. That's where they're best suited for. But the Galil seems to be a little bit farther range. It seems to be best to use medium to long range. Other than that, they feel pretty similar. But yeah, it's definitely not a gun to overlook, and it's definitely something that's going to be very good on a map like this, where it's definitely more medium to long range, but you do have people get in your face every once in a while, so it can handle itself up close, but it's definitely not really going to beat a FAMAS or an AUG in your face. Or an SMG for that matter. Either way, I guess the point I'm saying is that this is definitely one of the easier to use assault rifles, definitely a good gun. And something else about it is that it's a fun gun to use. I don't know what it is, but I continue to go back to the Galil, and I'm not going to say it's my favorite gun in the game, but it's definitely one of my favorites. It's one of those guns that I just continuously go back to and I like using. It may not be as easy to use as the FAMAS, but something about it is just fun for me. Although I could really say that about any of the guns in Black Ops 1, and I cannot put my finger on it, but something about the gunplay in Black Ops 1 is simply more fun than Black Ops 2. I just want to play Black Ops 1 a lot more, and the guns in Black Ops 2 don't really stand out to me, and that's almost my sole reason to play a lot of shooters that I play so constantly, is that I want to use a certain gun. For some reason I get this sudden urge to use the FAMAS in Black Ops 1, and then I want to play Black Ops 1. Or another good example is, for some reason I want to use, say, the XM8 in Vegas 2, and then I want to play Rainbow Six in Vegas 2. So, you know, guns are a very big reason that I play games. It's not my sole reason, but it's definitely a very big reason. I do like guns, they're fun to shoot. It's kind of been a hobby my whole life, is to go out and go target shooting. I've been airsofting for a long time. Pretty much, I'm not going to say anything surrounding guns, because there are some things involving guns that I just don't really find fun. A good example is hunting. I don't know what it is about people in hunting, but hunting is boring to me. You are shooting an animal that is, and you know, I'm not going to go, oh no, you're shooting an animal, that poor animal. That's not really what I'm getting at here. It's a defenseless animal. It's not going to shoot back. I guess if you're bow hunting, I mean, that could be kind of threatening, because you're not going to kill the animal quick, and when an animal is close to dying, or basically in a life or death situation, it does become dangerous. But when you're shooting an animal, it doesn't fight back. I don't really see what people get joy out of that, and on top of that, I don't see how it's a sport. To me, it's a job. It's not really a hobby to me, it's just, I need to feed my family, I need to get some food, I'm going to go hunting and get some food. That's how I see hunting, because it is one big chore. It is a giant chore, and I do not find it fun at all. You gotta go track the animal, you gotta be patient, you gotta sit there for a long time. After you finally kill the animal, if you don't manage to get a headshot, or you don't manage to actually kill it in one shot, you gotta go track it down again, until it finally lays down and dies. Then you gotta grab it and drag it all the way back to your truck. And most likely you're gonna be camping for the weekend while you're hunting, or doing something like that. It's just a giant pain in the ass. I'm not even talking about going to the butcher shop or doing it yourself. I don't know, I just don't find it fun. I guess the whole, wow, that got really out of hand, really off topic there. Point being, pretty much anything involving guns I like to do, and it's going to interest me. And when I think of the Galil in Black Ops 1, I want to play Black Ops 1. It's motivation to play the game. In Black Ops 2, I don't really have this. In fact, I have a hard time even remembering what guns are in Black Ops 2. I was going to make an example, like I was going to say, when I think of the Tavor in Black Ops 1, I actually had to think of that off the top of my head, I couldn't do it very well. When I think of the Tavor in Black Ops 2, I don't want to play Black Ops 2, nothing about that really interests me that much. The gun just isn't fun to use. I think the only two guns that I actually like using in Black Ops 2 is the SIG 5.56 and the XM8. I don't know why, but the guns just aren't fun to use to me. Especially the snipers. Oh god, do I absolutely hate the snipers in Black Ops 2. See, I didn't mind sniping in Black Ops 1. Sniping was somewhat slow, The scoping took a little bit of a while for you to actually get into the scope. No scoping was not quite as accurate as previous Call of Duty games. In general, they almost forced you to actually snipe in Black Ops 1, which I really liked. Now, you still saw people running around with an L96, quick scoping, and doing all that shit, which is incredibly annoying, but it was very rare. You rarely saw people running around as snipers in Black Ops 1, compared to Black Ops 2, where snipers are everywhere, especially carrier. They made it faster, they made scope time a lot quicker. I mean, the whole game, they kind of had to because the whole game is faster, the maps are smaller, and it was something they sort of had to do, but it's not something I wanted them to do. It's something that is incredibly frustrating. I hate snipers, and if you minimalize snipers and force people to actually snipe, I am going to love you for it. But unfortunately in Black Ops 2 this is not the case, and sniping can go fuck itself. Anyway, onto the actual game that I'm playing here. So as you see, I got the attack dogs and the chopper gunner and the blackbird, which is my kill streaks I was running, and I'm pretty much lighting everyone up. Although I have noticed with this map specifically, it's not quite as bad if you're running around with the chopper gunner. It's not quite as overpowered as other maps. My dogs are getting most of the kills here rather than my chopper gunner, but hey, I got my highest kill streaks. The highest kill streak is actually pretty easy to do in Black Ops 1 compared to Black Ops 2, because the highest kill streak is 11 or 10 if you have hardline, compared to Black Ops 2 where the highest kill streak is around 20 kills. And I do actually still plan on doing that once I unlock them again, because I prestiged in Black Ops 2. I don't have my highest kill streak unlocked. What I want to do is try the, I don't remember what it's called, the Orbital VSAT, attack dogs, and a swarm, see if I can get all those in one game. That's pretty much what it's going to take for me to upload Black Ops 2 gameplay. I've uploaded enough. Nothing about it, any new gameplay is really going to stand out, so unless I really have a good game, I don't plan on uploading a whole lot out of Black Ops 2. So yeah, there you go, I went 29-3, pretty decent game with a Galil. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you later.